Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. So today we are going to be making a short dress with a long sleeve and a flare at the down with this fabric here. I have 3 yards of this fabric and this is it. Also, the next thing we are going to be making use of is our net here. I'm going to be placing this net here on the neck part of this dress at the front only. So this is the little piece we have for that now. If you are interested in this, please follow up the process and let's get started with this video. So first of all, now I'll just have to open this fabric up and then just arrange it now and then fold it into 2 equal parts. So guys, I've done that now. I folded it into 2 and I've gone ahead to cut out the remaining excess. So this is what we have now, and this now is going to be enough for both the front and the back piece because it's folded into 2. I just measured it now and it's 24 inches. So the next thing I'm going to do now is for me to just divide it into 2. As you can see, I folded it into 2. Now I'm going to divide it into 2 separate pieces. So now, having done that now, so I will just have to remove one part of this piece here for the back part. So this remaining part now is what I'm going to be using to cut out the front part. And to do that now, I'll just have to fold it into 2, just the way you see me doing. And having done that now, this up part here, I'm going to be measuring the bust. The bust I'm making use of is 32, and that divided by 2 is 16, and that divided by 2 again is 8. So guys, having done that now, I'm just going to add some extra inches to it for the stitching allowance. So I'm just cutting it out with 10 inches. So guys, having done that now, I'll just have to open it up, and this is what we have for the front piece. Next thing I'm going to do is for me to bring this net here and opening it up now. The net I'm going to be making use of is 7 inches from shoulder up to the bust part, so it's 7 inches. But before that, I will have to bring this part here, placing this net here. I will just have to take it over to the sewing machine to run a stitch on it. So guys, I will fix that to it now, the net part. So this is how we have it to look like now. So I'll just have to fold it into 2 equal parts. So guys, having done that now, the net I'm going to be making use of from the shoulder to that part is 7 inches. So guys, this remaining part now, I'm just going to mark it out now and then just use my scissors to trim this remaining part out. So guys, I just cut out the excess now and I'll just have to measure it. As you can see, we have it to be 7 inches. So this is it now. The next thing I'm going to do is for me to turn this over now to cut the neckline I'm making use of. And to do that, for the neck width here, I'm going to be using the length 3 inches. So I'll just have to mark it out. And for the depth, I'm going to be measuring 5 inches. So I just mark it out now. I'm going to use my curve ruler now to connect it, just as you see me doing. Guys, having done that now, I'm just going to use my scissors to cut it out. So now, having done that now, so this is what we have. And for the shoulder here, I'm going to be coming by 3 inches. So I just have to mark it here, just the way you see me doing. And coming down here, I'm going to be marking 7 inches. So now I'm just going to connect the marks now and then just use my curve ruler to connect it, making the curve, and I will just have to use my scissors to cut it out once I'm done. So guys, I will cut it out now, so you can see this is how we have it to look like, the neck part now. But I'm not yet done cutting this front part out, so I'll just have to fold it into 2 again in order to cut the remaining part. And to do that, the first thing I'm going to do is for me to measure the full length I'm making use of, and I'm going to be making use of the full length 36 inches, but I'll just have to cut it out with 37 inches. So guys, having done that now, for the body measurement, the bust is 32 and that divided by 4 we have it to be 8 inches. So you can see what we have now with some allowance. So for the waist part, from the shoulder up to the waist part, we have it to be 50 inches. So I just mark it as now. And the waist round is going to be 25 inches. That divided by 4 we have it to be 6.5. So I just added some extra inches. So I just have to connect it from the waistline up to the bust part. So guys, for the hip part, from the shoulder up to the hip part, we have it to be 24 inches. So I'll just have to mark it out now. So the measurement I'm using for the hip part is 36, and that divided by 4 we have it to be 9 inches. So I just added some extra inches, cutting it out with 11 inches. So guys, I just connect it now from the hip part up to the waist part. So guys, I haven't done that, and I'm just going to mark the 11 inches all the way to the down part. So guys, this is it. I haven't marked it out now, so I'll just have to use my scissors to cut out on this line that I mark out. So guys, I will cut it out now. I'll just have to open it up, and as you can see, this is how we have it to look like now. This is how we have it to look like, the neck part, the armhole part, then the part where I joined it, as you can see. And this is how we have it to look from the waist up to the hip part and then to the down part. So this is what we have for the front piece. So now bringing this other part that I cut out earlier for the back part, so I'll just have to join it into two now. I'll just have to fold it into two. So guys, I haven't done that now, so I'm just going to be cutting out the back neckline for this dress. So I haven't arranged it now, so I'll just have to bring my ruler, and first of all I'm going to be creating a straight line which is going to serve as the starting line. So this now is going to be our starting line. And haven't done that because this back part is going to have a zipper, so I'm just folding this part about 1 inch in, and I just have to pin it down. That is going to be the zipper allowance. So this is what we have now. So guys, for the neck width here, I'm going to be marking out 3 inches, so I just have to mark it out. And for the depth, I will be measuring 1.5 inches and just mark it out. So I'm just going to use this curve ruler now to connect it, just the way you see me doing. So guys, I have done that now. For the shoulder is going to be 14 inches, and that is 7 divided by 2. So I'll just have to mark it out, and having done that now, I'll just have to come down here by 7 inches and then just connect it. Having done that, the bust is going to be 32, and that divided by 4 we have it to be 8 inches, and this is it. So I just added some extra inches to it and then just mark it out now. So I'm going to be bringing my curve ruler now to mark out the armhole part that I'm going to be making use of. So I'll just have to bring this curve ruler here now and then just connect it to create the armhole. So guys, this is what we have. Having done that now, coming down from the shoulder up to the waistline, we have it to be 15 inches. So I'll just have to mark it out, and then this is it. Having done that, the waist round is going to be 25, and that divided by 4 is 6.5. So I'll just have to add some extra inches to it. So now having marked it out, and I'm just going to connect it to make the bust part. And from the shoulder up to the hip part, we have it to be 24 inches. So I'll just have to measure now and then just mark it out. Having done that, now I'm going to be measuring the hip part, and the hip is 36. That divided by 4 we have it to be 9 inches. So I just have to mark it now and then connect it to meet the waistline. So guys, I have done that now. You can see how it is looking. So now I have cut it out now with 11 inches plus the allowance. First of all, before cutting it all the way to the down part, I will have to measure the length I'm making use of. The length is 36, so I'll just have to add 1 extra inches to it, cutting it out with 37. So now just first of all have to cut out this remaining excess. So now I'm just going to measure from this hip part now 11 inches all the way to the down part. So guys, this is it. Haven't marked it now, so I'm just going to use my scissors now. On this part that I mark out, I'll just have to use my scissors to cut it out and the neckline. And having done that, you know it was folded into two, so I'll just have to use my scissors now to divide it into two separate pieces, the part that we left for the zipper allowance. So guys, having done that now, so this is what we have. So I'll just have to remove the pin, and this is how we have it to look like. So I'll just have to open it up, and as you can see, this is one part and this is the other part, and this is how we have them to look like, the two parts for the back piece. So this is how we have it to look like all the way to the down part. So this is what we have for this part now. So the next thing I'm going to do is for me to just cut out the facing I'm going to be placing for this back piece. So guys, I will cut out the facing now. So this is what we have it to look like. You can see these are the two parts of the facing. So I'll just have to open it up and arranging it the way it's supposed to be. So I'll just have to place one part of the facing here and just arrange it out just the way you see me doing. So guys, I've done that now, so I'll just have to take it over to the sewing machine to sew this neck round all the way to the down part, and then this side all the way to the down part, and I will do the same thing to this other part. I'll just have to arrange it and then just align it with the lining, the facing. So I'll just have to take it over to the sewing machine to sew. And for the front piece, I also went ahead to cut out the facing for it, but the facing here they don't start all the way from the shoulder part. It started from the part where I joined the nails. So now from this part, I'll just have to open it up just the way you see me doing, and arranging it out, I'll just have to place this lining here on this part where I join it. As you can see, I hope you can see what I'm doing. So I'll just have to arrange it here, take it over to stitch, and then turn it over for the facing on the fabric part. As you can see, guys, note this facing is for only the fabric part, not the net part. So this is what we have now. So guys, this is it now. So these pieces that I cut out now is what I'm going to use to turn over this neck round. And for this part, after facing the facing to it, so this is how we have it to look on the inside, as you can see. And for the back piece, this is how we have them to look like, the two parts of the back part. So this is how we have them to look like, and this is how they look on the fabric part. So this is it. Now the next thing I'm going to do is for me to join these two parts of this back parts together, just arrange it and then align it. And having done that now, so I'll just have to bring my zipper, use it to measure the part where I'm going to fix the zip on, and I'm going to be stopping there. So from that part all the way to the ending part, the down part, I'll just take it to stitch. So guys, having done that now, so this is what we have. This is how we have it to look like. You can see how the zipper is looking, and this is how the remaining part is. And on the down part, I left about 7 inches for the split at the back. So this is how we have it to look like, and this is how it looks on the inside. So guys, for the front part, as you can see the neckline, I've already turned it over, and this is how we have it to look like. This is how it looks all the way to the down part. So now bringing this back piece, I'm just going to bring the front part, arrange it on it, and then just take it over to the sewing machine just to sew the shoulders down. I will just have to arrange it the right side facing each other, and then just take it to sew. So guys, this is it. I've joined the shoulders together, and this is how we have it to look like. I'll just have to open it up now, and this is how we have it to look. We can see how round it is all the way from the back part then to the front part. So this is what we have now. So now the next thing I'm going to do now is for me to turn this over, and now I'm going to mark the part where I'll be fixing the dart on. And to do that, I'll first of all have to measure the center part, and that is it. So I just have to mark it out now. So I'll just have to mark it all the way to the down part. So now having done that, from the shoulder now I will have to measure 11 inches and just mark it out. On this other side, I'll measure 11 inches and mark it out. So guys, I have done that now on this part where I mark now. So from that part to the down part, I'll have to measure 9 inches, and on this other part I'll measure 9 inches. So I'm just going to connect the first mark to this other mark, a straight line, and on this other side I will connect it. So now I'm just going to take it to the sewing machine just to stitch the part where I mark out now, and for the back part I'm going to do the same thing for it. So guys, this is it. I will sew the dart part down now. So this is how we have it to look on the front part, and on the back parts this is how we have it to look like. So guys, this is what we have now. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is for me to cut out the sleeve that I'm going to fix for this dress. So guys, to do that, this piece here, I've already folded it into two. So now I'm just going to fold it into two again, just the way you see me doing, in order for me to cut out the sleeve. And before I do that, I'll first of all have to measure the length. So I'll be using the length 18 inches, but I'll cutting it out with 19 inches. So guys, I haven't done that now. So on this part here, I'll just have to measure 9 inches and then just mark it out. Now I'm going to use my curve ruler now just to mark out the part for the armhole. And having done that now, for the down part, the round is going to be 8 inches and that is 4, but I'll be cutting it out with 10 inches. So now having done that now, I'm going to use my straight ruler now to connect from the down part all the way to the armhole part. And having done that, I'll just have to use my scissors to cut out on the part that I mark out. So guys, I've done that now. So this is what we have. These are the two parts of the sleeve. I'll just have to open it up now. So this is one part. I'll just have to mark the wrong side here, and on this other one I'll just have to mark the wrong side. So these are the two sleeves for this dress now. So the next thing is for me to bring the dress itself and placing it here, one part of the sleeve here and the other part on the other armhole. So I'll just have to take it over to the sewing machine just to stitch. So guys, I've done that now. So this is it. This is what we have. You can see the sleeve. I've attached it to the dress itself, but for the down part I've not yet added the flare to it. I'll be doing that later, but for now I'll have to take this over to stitch from the sleeve all the way to the body using my body measurement, and when I get to the down part I'll just fold it. So guys, have a stitch it from the sleeve all the way to the body and then to the ending part. So this is all we have now. This is how we have it to look like, and on the down part I went ahead to fold it round. But the next thing I'm going to be doing now is for me to break the net that I'll be using to cut out the flare for this sleeve part. So guys, I've cut out the flare now. So this is what we have for the two parts of the sleeve. So now I also went ahead to cut out a facing, a lining for it. So now I just have to take this to the sewing machine to sew round. So guys, I've done that now. The next thing for me to do is for me to place the flare here and just take it over to the sewing machine to stitch, and I will do the same thing to the other one. So guys, this is it. I will stitch the flare to the sleeve now. So this is what we have. So this is the final look now. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section, and I will see you guys in my next one. Please don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.